What's going on, everyone? It's Justin here, and one type of video I've been trying to make a lot more of lately is EDC related, as well as products and gear that can definitely improve your productivity on the go. So today I'm going to be talking about the iPad and the slim Folio Pro keyboard that I have with my iPad Pro 11-inch. So over the years, my relationship with the iPad has kind of been back and forth. I've gone between using it as my primary travel device and not even bringing a laptop to having to bring a laptop everywhere, but also wanting to bring an iPad if I want to enjoy some multimedia without having to always trying to edit videos or download files, but instead assign that to the team back home. If you guys would like to win a Logitech Slim Folio Pro as well as a Logitech Crayon for yourself, just go ahead and subscribe to the channel, drop a thumbs up on this video, and leave a comment down below of your favorite feature as well as your Instagram username, and I'll be contacting the winner directly on Instagram in a few weeks. And I want to give a huge thanks to Logitech for sponsoring this video. So the Slim Folio Pro is one that I have with the iPad Pro 11-inch, and this is the brand new M2 model, which is able to give you a ton of power when it comes to video editing, productivity, photo editing, and in general, any task that you throw at it. It does have desktop level power built into the tablet in optimized apps. And so I really like to walk around with the iPad alone. And some of the features of the hardware when it comes to the Slim Folio Pro that I really like is that it is just a very soft touch finish. As you take a look at it, it is just very well rounded, smoothed off. The design is very well refined as well. And on top of that, Logitech has just done a very good job in precision engineering all the different seams and holders for the iPad to not only protect it, but make it easy to bring around. Going right into the typing experience here, obviously you have all of your standard keys here. It feels very natural to type. And Logitech themselves have over 2 decades of experience when it comes to typing technology and ergonomics. It is a very tactile typing experience, and when you come from the MacBook, I do think it is very natural, but what I also like about it is that you have all the different shortcuts on the top. You have your backlight control because this keyboard does have a backlight, so if you're working in the dark, then you're able to obviously see all of the keys very easily and also control that from the actual keyboard here. But you can also change the brightness of your iPad. There's also the different keyboards. There's spotlight search buttons, play pause, the volume control, lock, and also Bluetooth. Having 3 different shortcuts alone is very important. So from the typing perspective, I find that it was really enjoyable. It has a 3-month rechargeable battery life, but the battery life itself will vary on obviously how much you use it or how much you enable the backlight. But overall, I think the battery life is pretty solid, and just what I like about it is it keeps the iPad very well protected, and especially when we're going through the airports and having to take everything in and out, that is very important because, if you've seen the shape of my laptop, it is pretty beat up at this point. But in terms of the other ergonomics and the multi-functions that you have, this has 3 major modes. And the 3 different modes include a typing mode, which is what we have it in right now when it comes to just doing your day-to-day stuff, as well as a sketch mode, which allows you to have the iPad propped down in a way where it is easy to use the stylus, such as the Logitech Crayon, and be able to draw, sketch, take notes at a very natural angle. But you can also fold it back to have it in a reading mode, which just makes it very nice to sit down, relax, and be able to read a book. But in the read mode, you're able to fold it back and comfortably hold the iPad, and this is where the soft touch grip around the edges just feels very natural. So having that multi-purpose, I guess, is the main reason why you want to go with the Folio. And once you're ready to go, just fold it up here. If you want to be able to fit your stylus as well, there is a bit of a gap for it, and then from there is a strong magnet that is able to just hold everything in place. So yeah, you can just walk around and you have your mobile productivity workflow all in one piece. But on the topic of the stylus, let's talk a bit about the Logitech Crayon for a bit and its new generation. So another accessory that you should consider adding to the whole workflow with the Logitech keyboard and your on-the-go productivity setup is the new Crayon. This has recently been updated by Logitech, and it has some great features that are a little bit different from the Apple Pencil, but it also comes in at a more affordable price point and is compatible across the lineup with pretty much any Apple iPad that is compatible with the Apple Pencil. So first things first is the design. You take a look at the Crayon here and it is shaped like a carpenter's pencil. I'm someone who doesn't have that much experience with that, but I do find that it is a very natural and ergonomic format that allows you to grip the pencil very nicely. But yeah, I find that it's a very natural grip, and it's actually one that I prefer over the Apple Pencil, because over time, having that flat surface to have your hand to rest on just gives you a ton of control. And even though I am used to like a traditional pencil or pen, I do find when you're writing on like a digital screen or trying to do precise drawings, it is a bit of a different experience. And I do think the Carpenter pencil shape really makes a lot of sense here. It is also made out of an aluminum finish. You can change the tips as well, a very precise input, but at the same time, there's some other technical features that fix a few quirks of Apple's own Apple Pencil, and that includes a built-in USB Type-C charger on the top here, so you don't have to use any adapters or dongles. And you also have a battery indicator directly on the Crayon itself. There are 3 different lights here, and generally speaking, from a design standpoint, it is a product that is not only more affordable, but definitely approaches a few different design perspectives that I really enjoy and find very practical. And what's great about it is that you go ahead and just put it on the top of your setup here, and you can just fold up your folio and take it with you as you would. And it is just really easy to add to your overall workflow. And I'm someone who wants to do a little bit more writing, drawing, and also concept and mood boarding on my iPad, and a lot of times I just like haven't really gotten around to it. When it comes to the actual drawing and writing experience, I would say, like, generally speaking, it is very smooth. The input on here is still very precise, and if you're trying to draw like fine lines or thicker lines, you could still really get that control that you expect out of a good stylus, and I think the Crayon is definitely able to do that. Some of the apps that I use, if I want to just draw something completely random, is Procreate, and so that's just one of my favorite apps to draw like desk setups, maybe concepting some things for the contractor, but I wouldn't say my drawings are exactly good. I've seen people make some pretty incredible stuff on the iPad, but yeah, I do find like this is a very natural grip. Some of the other scenarios could be like taking notes in class, for example, just writing it down, and with all of the great apps on the iPad, you're able to translate written text into actual text. So that is super handy for those who still prefer a more manual form of input. I admittingly kind of forgot how to write, to be honest, because I've been typing all this time, and so I typically like to use this for just actually navigating the iPad, using apps such as Milanote and putting together different concepts because it's a lot more visual, but also Procreate. So these are just some of the use case scenarios of the Logitech Crayon. And if you're looking for a great stylus that comes in at a more affordable price than Apple's own Apple Pencil, but has a lot of the same great features as well as some arguable design improvements, then this is one you should check out. So yeah, when it comes to a great productivity device, this is definitely one that I think has a lot going for it when it comes to the price point that it is offered at for an accessory that is for a premium product like the iPad. It really does check all the boxes of a great keyboard, having additional features such as the backlight, the Folio setting, as well as protection for the tablet, but also being able to set it in a sketch mode and also a reading mode is all very useful in terms of making the most of your investment and productivity machine like the iPad. So if you guys want to go ahead and check it out for yourself, I'm going to drop a link down below, and also drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all in the next one.